Hey, howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, come back at you with another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. This is a series of videos that I do where I try out new things, foods and drinks and stuff like that, sometimes restaurants, and then I yammer on and I do the thing. You've almost certainly seen other people do this and do it better than me. But there might be people who do it worse than me, too. So, like, I don't know, I'm somewhere in there. I'm like a D plus, C minus, something like that. Maybe. I'm probably giving myself too much credit. Anyway, folks, by the way, still sporting my Head PE t-shirt. I usually like to have a band shirt or nerd shirt or something like that. Gotta represent. So yeah, folks, I'm going to have to kind of get to this one a little bit quicker than some of the other ones I've done, which I'm sure people are fine with anyway, because I just tend to yammer. Anyway, so what am I doing today, folks? Well, you've probably already seen the title, but boom! We've got Heinz Honeyracha. Boom! Heinz Mayocue. Boom! Heinz Mayomust. And boom! Heinz Mayochup. Yes, indeed, folks. You probably are already aware of them. They're not super new, though they, like, you know, occasionally bring out, like, a new version. These are what I like to call chimera condiments, where they go over there, they take, you know, two condiments that they already produce or, you know, at least are available, and then they go over there and fuse them together in an unholy union in a bid to go over there and rule all of the condiment universe. It's like a whole thing. There's a fan fiction there somewhere. Anyway, so yes, if I do this the way I'm planning to do this, you might have already seen my video. If it's not up, I apologize. It should be. Before I do this one, about a month ago or so, I actually did 3 of the other ones. I can't remember exactly what they were, but I did like 3 of those. So this is my follow-up because I said, well, maybe I'll do, you know, the other ones, and I ran into them. So I figured, what the hell. Last time I went over there, I put them on brats. These are Johnsonville cheddar brats, which will be interesting because normally I would have gone for like just normal bog standard brats to do this, but these are the ones that I've had in my freezer for a little bit, and I really wanted to finally use them. So I don't know how the cheddar is going to interact or not, but I have a control in case I need it. I have 1 extra one. I have 5 brats total. This one doesn't have a bun because I just ran out of buns. Isn't it always the way? But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try these out. I'm going to let you know if I think they're any good, that whole thing. I got to do it relatively quick because I only have about a half hour. Since I film these on my phone's wonky. It doesn't like to film for more than half an hour. So I'm going to get right into it. Not going to do a story or anything like that, especially if they're condiments. So let's give them a shot. I think, which one should I start with? You know, I'll do Mayochup first. Combination of mayo and ketchup. I believe this is also known as fry sauce. In my last video, I accidentally went over there for, like, part of it was calling one of the other condiments, you know, referring to it as, like, you know, fry sauce, when in actuality, this, I believe, is what people generally associate as fry sauce. So, let's see. Got a thing. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that smells pretty much exactly like you would expect it to. And it also smells kind of like suspiciously like, you know, fast food hamburger, because of course, you know, yeah, that's kind of one of the things that they've been known to do with the, you know, the ketchup and the mustard, or the ketchup and the mayo and stuff like that. I think that's more of a Burger King thing than anything. So maybe that's what I'm associating. So I think this is probably going to be the most familiar to me and probably the most, you know, like quote unquote generic. So I'll start with this one. Let's, okay. First brat. Try to do it so you can see it. Let's see if it's going to poop. Yeah, a little poop. But It had a very nice squeeze. I like that. So I'm pretty hopeful for this one. I like mustard. I like mayo. Or not mustard. I like ketchup. I like mayo. I can't see this being bad. Whether or not it'll go well with the cheddar brat, I don't know. But let's give it a shot. I forgot to do something. I'll do it in a second. Okay. Well, it's tasty enough. I don't know if it super goes great with the cheddar brat. Uh, just because you've already got like the richness of the cheddar and everything like that. But it's not terrible or anything like that. Not even close. Thing that I forgot to do that I did in my last one was try some individually. And don't worry, I'm going to talk more about that in a second. But I want to get this out of the way. This I should have done first. Yeah. Yeah, it tastes exactly like you would expect it to. Chances are you probably had something similar to it if, like I said, fast food or something like that. It's very tangy. Maybe not as sweet as, the ketchup, because it's got the mayo to kind of, work it out, but it's a very tangy condiment. So, and it does come through, even with the strength of the brat and the richness of the cheddar. Oh, I'm so tempted to just eat this whole damn thing. This is my fucking dinner. It for me would definitely not be my go-to for like to add to like a brat or even like a hamburger or something like that. Again, that's probably why it's called fry sauce. People like to dip in fries. I don't have any fries with me. But, yeah, I mean, it's a perfectly fine condiment. Just like I said, it wouldn't be my go-to, even out of the other ones that I've tried. I don't know exactly where that one would stack, but like I said, perfectly fine. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Like I said, I got to kind of go a little bit quicker. What's gonna be the next one? Oh, and I'll do a little palate cleanser. Ugh. One of my teeth is a little bit screwed up. Oh, I have dental work coming up next month. Hooray me! Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get the one that I'm the most fearful out of the way, which is Mayomust. I am not a huge mustard guy. I like certain types of mustard, like honey mustard I'm perfectly fine with. And I don't mind mustard in certain regards, like if it's put together with the right thing. And I think, certain like artisan or, like crafted mustards and stuff like that can be great to add to food. Standard yellow mustard, though, yeah, not really my bag. It's one of the few things that I'm really not too into. So with this one, I mean, it's mayo and mustard. I mean, I like mayo. It's just going to be an issue whether or not it can kind of hold, against it. That's weird. It does not have much of a smell. Like, I mean, it's there, but it's fairly subtle. Throw that away. And even that I didn't really get much of a taste of, but obviously we're going to give it the best possible shot. Yeah, that seems about right. Alright. Let's give Mayomust a try. Still, I'm really not smelling very much. Just surprising. It has a pretty strong taste. That's not terrible. Initially, every warning bell went off in my brain because it was like, mustard, what are you doing, you fool? But the mayo kind of mellowed it out. So it didn't have that same mustard end, which I guess is, I mean, I'm not big on the whole mustard experience personally, but the mayo definitely helped it out. Which, I mean, I guess, you would assume it would since it's mixed together in the whole thing. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely it definitely still has a mustardy taste to it, though. I don't want to, if you're a fan of mustard, or if you're not a fan of mustard, yeah, this is definitely a thing. It's still there, so let's give it a shot on the brat. Brat number two. Let's go. Not as smooth on the... Yeah, of course I did. Got a giant freaking glob of the crap. Anyway, let's give this a shot. Now, to be fair, mustard on brats, I'm not usually going to complain about that too much. It's one of the things I think works pretty well with it. So, see how this goes. That's good. I genuinely like that. Yeah, I think with the mayo to kind of go over there and help even it out a little bit, and the strength of the mustard in combination with the brat and the cheese and everything like that, that's actually very nice. And it has a stronger presence than the Mayocue, or Mayomust, or the hell are you again? Mayochup. Yeah, it's definitely has a stronger flavor profile. So again, with something like a brat, which has so much flavor, usually, if I'm entirely honest, I said this in my last video, usually I actually eat my brats bare. Sometimes I'll go over there and add on condiments, but a lot of times, especially as I've gotten older, I like to just enjoy the taste of the meat and the cook and all that stuff. But this does a very good job. I'm happy to cook through. I don't cook a lot. Yeah. I was worried about this one. And so far, I would say, at least on a brat, I prefer it flavor profile-wise to, oh, shut up, to the other one, to the Mayo, yeah, the Mayochup. So, oh no. Put that right there. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Try to get through these. That little notification was my phone letting me know that it's almost out of energy, battery charge. So we're going to do the Mayocue. I'm very hopeful for this one. Mayo, again, I'm perfectly cool with. And barbecue sauce, I definitely like. So I'm hopeful. If I can get the thing, that would be great. But my hands are greasy now. Okay. Let's get it off. Has a nice smell. It smells very kind of barbecue-y. I'm almost wondering if I did this one before. Because I know I did something. Well, we're going to do it anyway. If I did, I apologize, folks, for wasting your time. You can skip ahead to the next one if that's the case. I know I didn't do the next one, so. Oh, wait. Yeah. Let's try it out on the old finger first, because if it can make my finger taste good, then it's gotta be good. There we go. Thing. I'm almost certain I did this one in my other one now. But I'm already in, so we're doing it. Yeah, it's not bad. Again, it tastes so familiar because, again, I think I tried this one before. It really does taste kind of like a weird barbecue sauce. Which it kind of is, but that's what I would mostly associate it with. It has quite a lot of barbecue flavor to it. The mayo just kind of like evens things out, so it's not as, kind of sweet as, So, let's give it a shot, folks. Let's give it a shot. Which, again, I probably already gave this one a shot. Which, if that's the case, I have 2 bottles of this stuff. I will go check later on and see if that's the case. And if I do, I will give the other one to someone. Be my giveaway. I'll just give away half-eaten condiments and stuff. Let's give this a go, folks. Okay. Immediate impressions is that it's not as high a flavor profile on the brat as I would have thought. It's definitely higher up than the Mayochup, but it's not as strong, I would say, as the Mayomust. Yeah. Still there, but it's getting lost a little bit more with the cheddar and everything. One more. I'm gonna be hungry after this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think if I really wanted to get the full effect of that one, I'd probably have to do another pass on the brat, if I'm entirely honest with you. Definitely doesn't stand out as much as like a barbecue sauce would. It's still there. It tastes perfectly fine. But I think that for me, if I had the option of just putting on a barbecue sauce, I would put on a barbecue sauce instead of that. So, let's get to the last one, folks. We're at almost 20 minutes now. This one I am the most excited for. This, of course, is the Honeyracha. The winner of my last one that I did was the Mayomust. So, this one's more watery. So I'm interested to see how this goes. And I mean, I guess it's a combination of honey and sriracha sauce. So, oh, come on, don't be a dick. Open! I might have to stab it open. Oh, don't bite your fingernails, kids. Bad plan. Come on, man. Of course, the one I want the most is the biggest pain in the dick. Man, come on now. I've almost got one side. Let me try with my shirt. Sorry, folks, technical difficulties and all that. Come on, man. At this point, it's not even about my hands being slippery. It's just really on there compared to the other ones. There we go. God damn. Alright. It smells really flavorful. I am very happy about that. And it's this one's going to be hard to get on my finger, I think, because it's kind of watery. See how it goes, though? No! Crap! Well, there's been worse things on this floor. And to be fair, I actually do have to properly get this carpet cleaned. This used to be my dad's animal room. Now it's my hamster / project / video room. Okay. I wish, especially with being, the honey, I wish it was thicker. I really do. But it's very good. Doesn't have as much heat as I remember the Mayomust having. I will say that right off the bat. It's much more sweet. There's a little kick there with the Racha, but it is not super duper prominent. Let's put it on a brat, give it a go. Yeah, man, that is, you gotta be careful with this one, man. This is a watery sauce. I don't really know that this would be the ideal setting for this, but that's good. Honestly, with the sweetness from the honey, it almost tastes like just like a sort of sweet and sour barbecue sauce. Or sweet and spicy, rather. Like, that's what I would assume that this is, if I didn't know. That's really good, though. I really like the flavor. I do wish you got more kick, though, from the sriracha. Because with the Mayomust, I remember you could actually feel it in your throat, and it was a nice little hit. Not overwhelming, but, nice to have the presence. So, because I have to get this done pretty quick. So what's my overall summation? I'll say this. I would definitely recommend all of these, especially if you see, a combination that seems like it's going to be, to work with you. Only thing is, and this is kind of the problem that I'm going to run into, I now have like 7 to 8 bottles of these condiments. I clearly do not need that much. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle to kind of get through them, hopefully without them expiring. But I'll use them, where I can use them. Out of the ones that I tried, which was my favorite, Honeyracha, definitely. I'm not surprised. I really do like, spicy stuff and everything. So, and, sriracha sauce is just really delicious. Probably my least favorite, would be the Mayochup, just because the circumstances in which I used it, I don't think really played to its greater strengths. And it wasn't even that it tasted bad or anything like that. Like I said, fry sauce or whatever, I think it would have worked better. But still tasted good. So that's my first and my last. I'm going to go with the Mayocue. That's probably my second choice after the Honeyracha. Even though I was a little bit underwhelmed with how, what it added to the brat, I still thought it was good. And again, I think if I'd give it another pass, which, to be fair, is probably the case with the Mayocue as well. But I don't think, again, I think the Mayocue is better suited for certain things, not the brat so much. And then third place, surprisingly, because I would have thought it would have been last, is the Mayomust. It was the one that probably tasted the worst on my finger, but when added to the brat, it did do a very good job. So it's the one that's kind of hardest for me to recommend because I don't know how well this would work on certain other things, because the overall taste at its base level is not super in tune with my palate, but it did work very well with the brats. So that's kind of my takeaway from that. So anyway, folks, I've got about 5 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off here. Hopefully this was entertaining or informational or whatever. Like I said, I apologize if I did the Mayocue, because I really do feel like I did the Mayocue before. But whatever, folks. We're just hanging out. We're just people. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign off, and I'm gonna go over here and finish my food. And I still got the base one, which I never used for anything. So anyway, folks, if you do 5 things for me, real quick, go over there, have yourself a spectacular rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, a phenomenal rest of your month, a stupendous rest of your year, and if you could go over there and just have an absolutely, like, adorable puppy-filled level of life, you know, even if you're not into puppies, maybe you're, you know, a monster, or maybe you're allergic or something like that, you know, to be fair, just that level of joy that most people get, you know, when they're just puppies. I hope that you have that life, especially if you're doing good things. Don't do bad things, folks. Just do that. Which leads me into my next thing. 2 final things. If you could go over there, try to bring some positivity into the world. I always bring this up. You know, if you can't, it's understandable. You know, we don't always have that capacity. But, if nothing else, try not to be an asshole. Again, you know, it's going to happen sometimes. But, I think we can curtail it. So, and the final thing, folks, you could do the thing for me. Whatever the thing is for you, whether it's going over there, I'm sure I got crap on my headpiece shirt. That's why I wear black shirts, folks. They don't freaking stain very easily. Whatever that thing is for you, whether you're trying out condiments or, you know, maybe you're going to go over there and go on a talk show, or you're going to start a talk show or a podcast. Sorry to all the people, friends I have who do podcasts, who I don't listen to their podcast. I swear, like, I want to, and at some point I'm going to. I'm a terrible person. Anyway, folks, that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to, like I said, finish off my food here and stuff, and hopefully you folks have a great rest of your everything. So, bye, folks.